So then, yes, it's late at night, but if you're live, we have some news for you. And this news happens to come all the way from Australia. Yes, the Australian cricket team is looking ahead at the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, the trophy that has been eluding them for the last three times that it's been played for. And Australia now have started already to come up with plans as to how to counter this huge challenge that they will face against Rohit Sharma's men when they visit India. Remember, 9th of February is when the series begins. We start with Nagpur, and it is something with pertaining to especially the test match that will be played in Nagpur, and then the fourth test match in Ahmedabad, for which Australia has been prepping up really hard in order to counter the situations that they're going to be facing here. And one of the big challenges that Australia will be facing here in India will be the spin challenge. Yes, you will have the likes of Ravichandran Ashwin in the squad. That's a given if you're playing in the subcontinent, if you're playing in India against India. But there is, let's not forget, a Ravindra Jadeja as well, who is inching close to fitness. And if Ravindra Jadeja is fit, remember he took 7 wickets on his return to competitive cricket, and Australia are already planning on those lines. Their head coach McDonald does feel that it is going to be the make or break situation as to how the team goes ahead and plays the whole spin bowling challenge that they're going to be faced with. Because if you've got a fit Ravindra Jadeja, if you've got Ravichandran Ashwin also playing against you, then you need batting that can play spin extremely well. And what have Australia done here? They've come up with a special pitch, and I'm going to tell you what exactly this pitch was all about. But first things first, when you talk about what's really happened over the last couple of days, well, Australia had a special spin training camp which took place in the northern part of Sydney, and it's in Sydney where this camp took place, where the focus was essentially on spin bowling. So the spin bowlers were made to sweat a lot on this special track that was prepared. And just in a couple of moments, I'm going to show you some pictures as well, which will give you an idea as to what this track really looks like. And of course, the batters as well were seen practicing for long hours on this special track which was prepared. Now, without further ado, let's quickly tell you what this pitch really looked like on which the Australian team practiced over the last couple of days in this special camp which was organized in the northern part of Sydney. It was in the North Sydney Oval where this pitch was specially prepared, and all you see these artificial footmarks on either side of the pitch. These were being put and the whole pitch, if you see on either end, especially this close-up view that you can possibly see right now, is all scuffed up and scratched off, just so that it is made to look as much like a Nagpur or an Ahmedabad pitch that you could expect once that team is in India. So this was the kind of pitch that the Australian coach had asked for, Andrew McDonald, and he was extremely happy with the work that the curators did in North Sydney Oval, because the pitch was just scuffed up the right manner as it possibly would look on day 4, on day 5, let's say in Nagpur, and possibly in Delhi and Ahmedabad as well. But the coach feels this is exactly what the Australian team could expect, especially in the first test match which will be played in Nagpur, and then the fourth one which will be played in Ahmedabad. So the pitch was extremely scuffed up. The curator to begin with wasn't really happy because he had to sacrifice in many ways his pitch, and these aren't really the tracks that you get in Australia. But special preparation and a special camp being organized there by Cricket Australia, so that they are ready to face the kind of conditions that they are likely to get, especially in 2 of the 4 test matches that they're going to be playing against India. So this is what that track was, and it's on this track that the bowlers spent a lot of time, especially Ashton Agar, this Todd Murphy as well, remember, who's in contention, and you've got a Mitchell Swepson as well. So these three had a long time practicing today on this particular track. Remember, there's a Nathan Lyon as well, who really enjoys playing against India no matter what part of the world he is playing in. And he knows how these conditions really work, and how spinners really become an effective tool when you talk about playing in the subcontinent, especially on such tracks. So this was the kind of track on which the Australian side prepared over the last couple of days in this special training camp that was organized. And like we did mention about the curator as well, the coach extremely happy with the work that was done and with the pitch that was prepared, and he feels that the team had a very good time practicing on this track. Speaking of the track that was specially prepared, the coach had to say that the surfaces we got were very similar to what we're going to confront in India. He also goes ahead and says we've got close to that, and so the ground staff have done a fantastic job. That's what Coach McDonald feels with regards to the preparation that was done for this particular track that we just saw, made you see. Scuffed up foot marks on either side, and just the kind of day 4, day 5 pitch you can possibly expect in in India when you play the Border-Gavaskar Trophy. So the spin challenge is what the coach feels is where the trick really rises, and with not many Australian batsmen doing well against spin, because there's only Steven Smith that's in the batting lineup that averages more than 30 against India while playing in India. So could be a matter of concern once they are here, but they're doing everything possible both in the batting as well as in the bowling department to ensure that when it comes to playing the spin, Australia have enough tricks in their book or up their sleeve to be able to counter the spin of Ravichandran Ashwin, and who knows, Ravindra Jadeja as well, who is inching closer to fitness. By his own admission, by the way, he feels he's going to be fit for the Australia test series, which is going to begin in Nagpur on the 9th of February. But what do you have to feel about the series, and do you think that these preparations really will make a difference to the Australian side, who haven't won the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, remember, for the last 3 editions that it has been played? Let us know in the comments section below. For now, my name is Harshit Ahuja. Thank you so much for watching this video, and